get here. Oh my gosh, can you hear my kids? They're so loud. My boys are home. Yay, they're 18 and 20. They're home from college and they are playing a video game right now in the living room, which is rather loud. So we're just going to have to deal with the hooting and the hollering. What's up, everybody? Say good morning. I'm going to grab this feed over here, I hope, so that I can see and hear you, or at least, read comments easily. See who's here. I'm going to work on this. I actually created this book cover quite a long while ago. So it's fabric, it's got batting on the inside. This is a paper with the same fabric covering the spine. And this has been sitting in the corner waiting for my attention for a while. So now I have these pages picked out. I might add a few more, but that's what I'm going to work on today. Something, I think an eyelash just went in my eye. Good morning, Carol. How are you, friend? What's happening, girl? Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Talk to me. So we did I'm going to put you on the table so you can see what I'm doing. I decided instead of poking holes, I'm going to tie this together and maybe add some more pages, as well as perhaps some pockets to the front. So here's my here's my middle. Thanks for sharing the live stream, Carol. You're the best friend ever. You're so helpful. I appreciate you. I don't need all of this, but I have used this green. Somebody sent me this as like a gifty, and I have used it so often, it's not even funny. I'm going to use up the rest of it, I think, today. So I wish I had more of this color. It's just beautiful. What's everybody up to? Good morning, Dana. Thanks for saying hello. I appreciate you guys who are here hanging out with me, chatting with me. I'm tempted to put a little tiny notch right there. Because okay. Tagging your pages in like this, tell me if you're a fan. Tell me if you're a fan in the comments. Here's the thing. I'm a fan of the flexibility it gives to you when you're trying to add pages and discover what the book is going to be all about in the end. But I am not thrilled with it. It just feels like it shifts a lot, and I don't like that. I don't like the shifting that happens. So, do you like them or don't you? Give me your word. Give me your opinion. Tie that as tight as I can so the pages don't shift. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So, I bent a page. Oops, sorry. So now we can slip these pages in and out. And I think I am going to add a couple more because it's a pretty small little book, but I feel like it needs a few more pages. I'm just going to leave this. I know it's uneven, but I'm going to leave it for now until I decide if I need more ribbon for the book. So let's see. Yeah. And the other thing is I might want to put pockets. I like to sew my signatures in. Gathered Crafter, I do too. For the books that I'm using, I really do. But every once in a while, particularly when I'm not sure about how a book is going to be used, I feel like tying always is a great starter option because I can always go back in and sew, right? We can always go back and add more. I'm going to move this knot up to the top so it's not in the middle. I don't know, just because I feel like it. Okay, I got scraps here. Lots and lots of scraps of paper. I always go here first. We're going to see if we can find something that I can use to make. I'm not going to do standard horizontal pockets. I think I'm going to do corner pockets here. So I need little bits of cardstock, This matches really well. Is this double-sided? It is. I actually like this side even better. So I'm going to make little corner pockets. Sometimes I like the binding when I'm experimenting with page arrangements. Exactly. So AMP Impression, is it AMP Impressions? I'm with you on that. Like when you're not entirely sure what you're doing with the book, isn't it nice? I'm going to keep looking. I'm not sure on that one. Let's see. I got this pink and it looks like little plates. But if I cut it at a diagonal, we're going to lose the plates. But that could work. I could do this. and cut a really strong diagonal. All right, what else do we got? What other options do we have? I'm just trying to use up what's here. Looking for cardstock. Oh, that one, I like this one the best. And if I do something in the back, I think maybe one of those other ones. Because this is really, like, it's patterned and pretty and it's soft green, but it's not going to compete with our little spoons and forks because that is the cutest thing ever right there. Well, maybe not the cutest thing ever, but you know, it's pretty darn cute. Okay, let's see, Gracie. What are we doing here? I'm going to cut this a little bit shorter, like say right here. Maybe get a pencil. That would be helpful, Gracie. A pencil. We're going to cut it right here. Let's start with that. I've got my little cutter right here. I know you can't see it on camera, but I do have it right here to help me. And then if I go straight from here to here, it's going to be not quite, I usually do corner pockets as a square, but that wouldn't be bad. I mean, because it's not quite square, but it's going to give us a nice bigger pocket. So cutting from corner to corner, this doodad, this cutter, it has a little, it's going to be so hard for you to see. Let me see if I can show you this. Right here, I can't even reach it with my finger because it's just too far in there. Let me just get something to poke it with. Hear that? Boing, boing. It has a little line right there, which is so nice because it keeps me super straight. Keeps me really accurate. If I can line up my paper corners with that little line, man, it is like one of the best features of this Fiskars cutter because it keeps my lines really straight. I know exactly where I'm cutting. I'm not very good if I don't have that. Isn't it great, Gather Crafter? I love it. It has saved me more than once. Okay, I kind of want it to go long and skinny. Gracie, did you cut it the wrong way? I did. I cut it the wrong way. Well, this one could go here. That's kind of what I'm looking for. And this one, it's not going to work. Well, I mean, it'll work. It's just not the way I was proposing it be. That's all right. We can still use them. Let me get some glue. Let me find, where's my paper glue? My paper glue be it. Let's see if it's clogged, girls. So talk to me. What's everybody up to? What you up to? I might have to go get my fan because I'm having a hot flash, girls. The hot flash is real. Girls. Whew. I can't be the only one. Who's in hot flash season? All right, so today is crafting and chatting. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Grace at the Comfy Desk with Grace, and on Mondays, I generally come on, craft and chat. I work on something. You guys come along and say hello and get a chance to meet me and talk to me. And I get to talk to you and get to know you. It's about building community. I welcome everybody. If you're a seller here, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us what you sell, when you sell it, how long you've been on Whatnot selling or buying for that matter. On Wednesdays, generally on Wednesdays, I do my live auctions, but I may be changing that up a bit because, like I said, on YouTube, I've been going live on YouTube on Fridays it's probably been 2 years. But it's just very stagnant. Like my viewership is very stagnant there. So I need to change things up and like reboot the algorithm for myself. Kind of feel the same way about Wednesdays on Whatnot for me. My Wednesday mornings. So I changed the time. Instead of going live at 9, I've been doing 12:15. But I did a pop-up a couple of weeks ago at like 2, and I had really great amount of people and new people. So I'm just playing around with the times a little bit. If you're a seller, talk to me about that. Have things changed for you? Like where you feel like, I need to make some adjustments? Because that's what I'm feeling right now. All right, so we got one little pocket here. I'm just doing a little corner pocket. Just something so that we have a place to stuff some goodies in there. That works for me. What works for you, Carol? Cleaning up from me and my dog's breakfast. Oh, Carol, good for you. It's breakfast time for Carol. I haven't eaten yet. I'm starving. I had a couple of cups of coffee. Saw my husband off to work. Did my rosary this morning. The kids are up. I have two ferns, really big ferns that a friend gave to me at the end of summer because she didn't want to bring them in from the outside. And I'm basically killing them. So I spent a little time pruning them. I watered them yesterday. I spent a little time cleaning them up today. I'm going to move them to a different window and hope for the best because I really love them, but they're just not doing well. My poor ferns. I was painting earlier. Impression says, I am new to buying and selling on Whatnot. I will have a show on January 2nd, still learning lots before jumping in. Listen, Impressions, I'm going to follow back. I'm going to go to your profile and bookmark your show. Everybody do that. Help her out that way. Let's see. Shows. So she has a show on January 2nd, 18th, and February 21st. My thought is jump in. You're not going to feel any better about doing this until you just start doing it. That was me. I hemmed and hawed, and I need to know exactly how to do it, and I don't know what buttons to push, and what if something goes wrong and the volume goes off or something. You just apologize to people and say, hey, I'm new at this. Please bear with me. And I have found that Whatnot, the community on Whatnot generally, I have found, especially the creative community, has been super just supportive and nice. I think of it as very supportive and nice. I've been selling for a year, Gathered Crafter says, and of January here, I stream from here to YouTube and Facebook. I do live demos, junk journaling, and other crafts, and live thrifting. Live thrifting, Gathered Crafter, talk to us about that. How does that go? I've considered doing that. Do you mind sharing like what format you use? The only person I've ever seen do that, she'll go around the store and say, hey, here's this bottle of gesso. Anybody want it? It's $2.99, so you'll pay $6. She just doubles the price of everything. How do you do it? Because I've wondered about doing that. I love thrifting, and I know my followers. I've been going live for about 10 years on YouTube and Facebook. I have a craft membership group that I started in 2019. So the folks who hang out with me, my friends and family from social media, love crafting too. Like we all love it. So I thought it would be really fun to thrift. To be thrifting. I love crafting too, but to be thrifting live. But I just am not sure how to handle it. That's how you handle it. What do you do about the shipping? You just guesstimating the shipping? Your community loves it. Gathered Crafter, I love that you have that happening. I'm going to your profile right now. Let me find a show to bookmark. Junk Journal with me. That's the first one I see. Yay! A raid train. Another raid train. Junk Journal. Craft along. Oh, Junk Journal Jamboree. Yes, awesome. Where's your thrifting? Thrifting. Craft along. Junk Journal. Craft along. Vision and Vibes. You are busy, girl. But I don't see any. Do you do them all as pop-ups? You're thrifting? Because I don't see any. All right. Well, I've bookmarked a few. Made sure I'm following. But I don't see any of your thrifting out there. That I would love to hang out with you when you do that. You do on Friday, so it must just be pop-ups. Well, awesome. That's awesome. All right. Let me see about adding more pages to this. Girls, hang tight. So I added 2 little pockets. And there was here. So I folded this. Can you see this? Oh my gosh, girls. I folded this with the idea of making pockets here. So let me shut that fan off and then I'm going to do this. I might to add. I'll go add because I should be going this Friday. I must have run out of them. Oh, that's all right. I would love to see you do it. The reminders, listen, girls, get on my Telegram channel, okay? I feel like the reminders on Whatnot are not helpful to me. I signed up for reminders for shows, for products. Like if I find something I really want, I'm collecting a certain type of stoneware. And so when I just search for the stoneware on YouTube or on Whatnot, and when somebody has it coming up in a show, I'll bookmark the show, I'll bookmark the item. Inevitably, I get a notification on my phone, your item is going up for auction now, go bid on it. Kind of that's the message. By the time I get there, the show has ended. So it's not timely for me, unfortunately. So I always miss out on this stuff. So get on my Telegram. My point to that little moral of that story is get on my Telegram because that's where I always say I'm going live. Oh, and I forgot to do it this morning. Highly, highly unusual. My kids being here is totally distracting me, girls. Can I just say that? Not that it's an excuse, but didn't I just pull out a paper towel? Where'd you put it, girl? I did not. Got a little glue overage here to deal with. There. All right. Let me go into Telegram and tell the girls live now. Let's see how many people. Let's report in. How many people are on my Telegram channel? 264. So that's how I let everybody know when I'm live and where. Oh, my water bottle is in the way of me typing. I'm broadcasting to Facebook and YouTube as well. So welcome. If you are hanging out with us on Facebook or YouTube, and I can't see your comments because I'm on Whatnot. But it's streaming to Facebook and YouTube. So hop on over in Walmart and Whatnot, and then I'll be able to see all your comments. Hey, look at all the little chicks. Thank you, Carol. Gathered Crafter. I don't think they work that well either. They're just not timely. Carol's following Gathered Crafter. I love it. This is all about building community and chatting with each other. Anybody else want to introduce yourself, especially if you're a seller, like if you're going live and you want to promote a show or something, now's the time. Go for it. Hey, Zeems, Paper and Crate. Hello, good morning. Thanks for coming in. What are you guys up to today? All right, what else was I going to do? The pockets, I did. I was going to look for more papers to put in here, and I might just add some thin because this is actually a rather tight. There's no binding here. Like there's no width to it. I just folded it in half. So I can't fit a lot of papers in here, but I feel like it's a little bit lacking. So I've got some coffee stained paper. Oh, that one's amazing. Coffee stained papers. This one I put a little shimmer on it too, which I think is so fun. I don't know if you can, yeah, there you can see it. I use some shimmer spray sometimes on these. Let me use a couple of these in here. We're gonna add them. What is this? It's the cover sheet of a book that I thought was really pretty. A book that I tore apart. And actually, that might be pretty in here too. All right, girls, Gracie's bad bladder. I have a bladder condition, you guys. If you don't know me, it's embarrassing to admit, but it's true. So sometimes I have to just go run and use the restroom. It's literally called painful bladder syndrome. So let me go do that. You guys introduce yourself. Hey, Cheryl, how are you, friend? I'm so glad you're here. I've got some cruise stuff to talk about too. Crafty Chicks Cruiser. Cheryl, you reminded me. So when I get back from the bathroom, I'm going to fill you guys in on the Nassau tour that we're going to do. Crafty Chicks Cruisers. Those of you who are cruising with us in February out of Miami on Royal Caribbean, put some cruise emojis in the comments or say something like I'm a cruiser, something, so that we know who's cruising, and I'll be right back and I'll update you guys on that. All right, I'm back. Let's see. Looking at comments. For a split second, I actually forgot. It's Christmas this week, Hazy Ames. Can't be doing that, friend. I still have presents to put together, like to buy. You drink a lot of water and you only have one kidney. Girl, we're in the same boat in terms of like Our systems are just delicate, right? Right? We're just a little fragile. Grace will be right back. Carol, you're the best mod ever. So cruisers, Cheryl Burial, look at those cruise ships. The Nassau thing, I am waiting to hear back from Royal Caribbean. So we're going to do a Nassau bus tour, plus the beach club, the new beach club that Royal Caribbean put up, Royal Beach Club in Nassau. So here's the thing. I want to move that bus tour to earlier in the morning because it just would be better for timing if you want to do both. So I am waiting to hear back from the tour organizer at Royal. They use a private company to do the Nassau Highlight Tour, the bus tour. So the Royal Caribbean guy messaged the Nassau tour guide company and is asking for them to put a private bus together just for us so that we can leave at 9 a.m. That will give us an extra hour at the Royal Beach Club. So that's my plan. I'm just waiting to hear back from him. You know, he emailed me on Friday and I asked him if he could put that together and he said absolutely. Let me see what they say. So I'm waiting to hear how much it's going to be and like just solidify what time would we meet them and all that jazz. So that's where we are. We're just waiting. We could do the original one, but we lose an hour at the Royal Beach Club, which I don't like. Nobody does. We want to try to do both. That's where we are with that. All right, we're going to add a few pages here, kids. That's what we're going to do. We're going to see how easy it is to add pages. We're just sliding them in here. It's all you've got to do when you have this kind of, you know, at least until you figure out what you're doing with the book and how you want to organize it. You could always go back and permanently sew in your pages. It's always an option. We need some color here. There's a lot of bright white right here, which I'm not loving. So we're just going to slip this one right in the middle here. Let's do one more of these coffee stained and stenciled pages. Oh, here, this is, well, maybe not. I'm looking for a good spot for this one last page. And there's a lot of white right here. Let's put it right here. I don't love a lot of white in my books. I just don't. It's just not my jam, man. Doesn't make me happy. I like it to be a little more visually interesting than that. All right, so that's better. I'm going to take some of my Tim Holtz people and put a few in here just to decorate it up a little bit. And I don't know, haven't quite decided what to do with this cover. You know, these books that I'm selling, I don't always make all the creative decisions. Let's just put it that way. I don't always put the whole darn thing together. Sometimes I leave some things like the cover undone so that the person who gets the book can design it the way they want to. Because I know so many of you are already making your own books. But it is nice to own. I own a bunch of other people's journals. I buy them often so that I have some inspiration from other designers. Is it too late for people to join the cruise? Absolutely not. Nope. We still have room on the cruise. You can still do it. You can still do it. There are still rooms. You know, the cabins, there are a whole bunch of different cabin types. There have to be at least 20 different cabin types. So now we're down to fewer cabin types, but there are still interior cabins. There are still balcony cabins. I was looking the other day for somebody. So yeah, there are still cabins available if anybody wants to cruise with us in February. It's a Crafty Chicks cruise. So it's Crafty Chicks community. I have some special guests, some other creative business owners like Dina and Kenny are coming. Chris Hunter from Creating with Chris Hunter is coming. Roberta is coming. Who else? The Celebration Company, they're coming. The ladies from there. Who else? Oh, Donna Twist. So Donna from the Twisted Paper Studio, she is coming as a special guest. So if you guys want to get together with a bunch of junk journaling creative friends, join us. Beverly canceled. She was the first one to book with her daughters, and then she canceled, Cheryl. So she's not able to go. Banch Cat. Banch Cat. She's packing up a show. Good for you, friend. Good for you. I'm good however it works. I just want to do both. Me too, Cheryl. I want to do both. That's what I'm trying so hard to get us a better time. Let me get my Tim Holtz people. Where are they? Where did I put you, peoples? Here you are. Getting bunches of things. I got me some lacy bits, and I got me some of the Tim Holtz peoples. I'm going to put aside my paper. And let's see if we can add a few little embellishments to this book. And actually, hold on, girls. We're rolling away again. Let's see if I can find some paper rolls. Yeah, here with these little snippet doodads. They're so cute. Let's add a few of those. I'm going to grab that envelope with some of those pre-mades. And what else can we put in here that would be cute? I got some pre-made danglies. These ones are kind of big. This book isn't that big, so let's get a round one. So I have long, skinny danglies that are pre-made like this, but then I have some little round ones like this that are pre-made. That would be a better size, right, for this book, because it's a little book. What other pre-made goodies can we grab onto? I got some journal cards here, but these all look rather big. Let's take a peek. Oh, don't be dropping this book on the, or this box on the floor. Yeah, I think these journal, well, will that fit in there? Oh, it sure as heck would. That might be the journal card. Made from a napkin. Maybe that. And it has nice texture, that thing. Okay. Look at, we're getting some goodies together. I'll use those goodies. I do have some pre-made pockets. More journal cards, but they're a little bit big again for the because this book isn't that big. Let's see, this one's smaller. It's made out of a time card, like a little pocket. Maybe. Oh, this is a paper pack, not a pocket. Is it big enough to go in this book? I'm just grabbing some pre-mades. I like having pre-mades done so that I can just, you know, grab them and use them. It makes it for a quick turnaround with trying to put a book together. Let me get you down on the table a little bit more and check the comments. Who else has joined us? Thanks, Gather Crafter. Those dangles. It's so fun to just have them ready to go. All right, we've got some stuff to put in here. First, let's figure out like where do we want to put. That would fit there, but I'm going to leave that open and put this somewhere else. See this page, rather plain. I love brown paper in my books. So if I find a really plain page, it's a good place to slip in something that's going to add some color. And then of course it's interactive, right? You have to like pull it out to enjoy it. Okay, the other thing is this little paper pack. I might just, let's see if there's a plain page that needs some. Does it fit in here? It sure does. Let's put it in that one. And then let's look at the ruffles and these little snippets, like, you know, putting one of these on a page just to, so like here, that really plain page. This one's just too square for me for this. Let's see, we're gonna keep looking. My family, we use a GroupMe texting system, and my family is obviously, I keep getting these dings like on my phone, like ding, ding. It means they're like chatting with each other. Look at that funky one. I like things to be a little, I do. I like things to be a little whacked out and funky. I'm actually just going to clip this in here because it's kind of fun. You know what? I could glue it down and have it be a little tuck spot. Let's do that instead. I'm going to clip this because it keeps bouncing open on me. That'll keep it down. Keep it down. Keep it down. Hey, Joanne, how are you? Thanks for saying hello. Thanks for joining. Anybody who's chatting with me, thank you. Thank you. Gather Crafters is on vacation for the next 2 weeks, and I want to batch stuff. Oh, look at that. Very smart. Thanks for chatting with me, guys. I do Monday chats to have like build community, get to know people, you get to know me. So it is a little painful when I come on here, I have to admit. Those of you who have pages, is it not painful to come on and have nobody talking to you? It's like, hello, Bueller. Bueller, is anybody there? All right, I'm only putting a bit of glue down one edge so that I can use it kind of as like a little spot to tuck things in. And it just adds a little color to the page because we got a lot of white going on here, a lot of plain. So we'll hold that down. I'm going to add some fabric ruffles, of course, because you know I love me my fabric ruffles. I've got stuff like that, but I also love to just add bits of lace. Like these are just, you know, leftovers, but they're great for decorating the edges of pages, and having that little bit of ruffle hanging out of your book is just fabulous. I'm going to put this one here because I like the coloring together. So we'll glue. You can sew. I'm just going to glue, but you can sew these down. Is that long enough, Gracie? No, we need a little more glue. It's my own fault. I keep clogging up my glue. It's your own doing. My dad used to say, "You did it to yourself, Gracie." I know, Daddy. I know, Gracie did it to herself. All right, I need more glue than that. And actually, I'm going to grab for that because this feels like it holds on to that fabric better. No, Cheryl, they both are sick. Gannon is over the worst of the influenza, but he has a really bad residual cough, and he's sleeping like he slept like 20 hours the other day. He's just sleeping a lot. I think his body's just recovering. Landon has now caught a cold of some sort. I hope it doesn't turn into influenza. I'm pretty convinced Gannon had influenza. Look at, isn't that pretty? I love it. I love that dangling out there. Let's do another one of like some sort of dangling. The ones that I have in here are really not that big. Like wide. The wider they are, the more they're going to stick out, or the more option you have for them sticking out. And I do love a good bit of fabric coming out of my book. Let's go back here and put one toward the back. This is almost the length of the book. So let's put this right here. I'll put it right here. And I'm going to use fabric glue, Fabri-Tac, which mine is almost out. And I'm just holding off on buying more. You know why? Because we're going on vacation, and I figure I'll buy a fresh bottle when I get back. Because that one I still have a bit in there that I can use. And I figured we'll just wait. We'll just wait until I get back to get a new bottle. These glues all over your fingers, it's just, especially in the winter, my fingers are dry, man. Like my hands are dry. Look at how cute. It's just so sweet. It's kind of wrinkly. It'll get flattened out once the pages are closed. Now that's still very wet, so I better just leave that for a minute. We'll chat while I leave that for a minute. Super cute book. I love the lace peeking out. Me too, Dad. The lace peeking out is the best. It's the best. My boys used to sleep for long hours when they came home from college. That's what they're doing, Cheryl. That's exactly what they're doing. Well, Gannon especially, that kid is just, he took another 3-hour nap yesterday. He didn't mean to. We were watching a movie and he was out, and he kind of came to, like, I think I made some noise. I wasn't trying to, wake him up, but I think I did make some noise, and he woke up and he said, "Mom, do you mind if I just sleep for a while? Can I pause the movie?" Because we were watching the movie together. I'm like, absolutely, do it. I said, I got plenty of things I can do around the house. That's no problem. I'm trying to find a home for my little dangly now. I might just put it on one of these pages that have the ruffle, because now it's, of course, it's a bit reinforced. So I'm just going to stick this to the edge of this page with the ruffle. It's a little dangly. It has some little beads, and hold on, get back up there. Let me get it positioned properly. Some little beads and just a little cardstock like that. So I'm going to let that be there. This is still wet, the Fabri-Tac, so I'm trying not to close the book so that nothing sticks to each other, as you know. All right, while that's drying, I'm going to go through some of these. These are just little, one of you gifted these to me, and I'm sorry I can't remember who. Just little fake ephemera from the paper studio. You know, like little, look at this little corner. This says, every dream deserves its day. It's just a little corner decoration. Let's do it. Let's put it somewhere. On a plain, of course, on these plain pages that need a little something, something. A little something, something. Yes, Cheryl. She said, I love danglies hanging everywhere, bottom and sides, and even on the tops. Yeah, everywhere. Danglies and ruffles everywhere. I'm with you on that. Look, it's clogged already again. Man, I cannot stand the glue fight. I'm over it. So done with the glue fight. Drives me batty. Ain't nobody got time to be fighting with the glue. I can hear my kids moving around out there. I don't know what they're doing. They finished playing their video game, obviously. Oh, it sounds like one of them's coming this way. Nope, he stopped in the living room. I thought maybe we were gonna have a visitor girl. All right, we're gonna just take some of these little cuties and we're gonna add them into the book because they're gonna add just a little color. Like this one, look at. Focus on the good. They're just cute little messages. Seek beauty and you will find it. And they're green. So they're the same kind of color scheme I got going on everywhere else in this book with the green. So these are good. These are thick cardstock. So if you have flimsier pages that like they're thin or they're brittle, old brittle book pages, those are really good to add to the edges of those because as you're flipping pages, if the pages are really brittle, it may need a little support. And so these little doodads can be super helpful for just holding things together sometimes. And then they add a little decorative element. It's not coming out. It's clogged again. Oh, Lord, 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 Lord. Somebody save me from the glue. I just cleaned this head too, like this little silver thing on the inside. I took the thing off and I cleaned it really well. So it's not like it's been gunked up for a long time. I just literally cleaned it last week. It just tends to gunk up. And this glue that I'm using is a pH Balance book glue. It's not thick. It's not thick at all. This is not art glitter glue because I find art glitter glue to really get stuck in there. So I went to the PVA glue and it is thinner, like it's a thinner viscosity, like a formula. So it just doesn't stick as much, but still it sticks. Still it sticks. All right, this one. I think I'm just going to clip this one on instead of gluing it down so that whoever gets this book in the end can put it wherever they want. They can even put it in a different book if they want. So let me look and see if I have kind of a cutesy clip. A cutesy clip. I got this little rose gold one. I'll use that. We'll use that to clip it in. Cheryl, thanks for saying so. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your support. She said, I love that you teach us things while you craft. That's my whole passion, is to teach you guys to, like, first of all, not only give you techniques and tips to kind of make things more fun and interesting and easier for you, but also to have you just chill out while you're creating. Like, this is not supposed to be stressful or work. And I know if you're a perfectionist, you might have this tendency to be like, oh, it's not right. Listen, when you hang out with me for a while, you're gonna realize that that's all overrated. That's why the name of my group is the Craft Therapy Club. This is supposed to be fun. It's not meant to be stressful. So let's not get too worked up. Let's just enjoy the process and each other's company, the fellowship of good friends, and leave it at that. You're not sticking there, little duty. Come on, stick down. I still haven't even gotten to the Tim Holtz people because I like to put a few in there. Even if I don't like glue them down, again, even if they're not glued down, at least they're in there so they can be used. somehow. All right, where are my Tim Holtz? Here they are. So I have the chipboard people. I kind of saved the really thick ones, these really thick ones, kind of for like covers and stuff because they're strong and sturdy. So let's go more to the smaller. All right. You know, he has these packs. This one is called Poses. This one is called Groups. Let's find a group to put in here. A little dainty girl group would be nice. I mean, nothing against the men, but let's find, oh my gosh, they're cute. Aren't they adorable? Shut it. They're so cute. They're cute too. I mean, come on, look at their little dresses and their purses. That's how when my mom was young, that was how the ladies dressed. I mean, I know that's aging my mother. My mother's gone now, but she was born in 1934. And that's, oh yes, with the lace, the girls. They're going to be opposite the lace. And I think instead of, like I said, instead of gluing them down, I'm gonna clip them in so that whoever gets this book can move them, use them somewhere else on another project, glue them down and make them a little tuck spot if they want to. I'm just gonna clip them in with a rose gold paper clip. And then we have this little journal card that we inserted there. All right, let's find more. We got one little grouping. How about we get some other, let's get some poses. And what else do I have here? I have some of these. These are called Found Relatives. So these are more like actual photos, replicas of actual photos, like that. Oh my gosh, look how cute they are. Let's use them. You're so cute. Look at the little boy and his bow. What? You just got some old yearbooks, Teresa? Tell us, where did you get them and what about them? I have had fun recently cutting people out of 1950s high school yearbooks. Where did you get them? That is fabulous find. Again, we found a simple blank page. That's what I like to do, is kind of find a simple blank page that needs a little something, something. I'm going to put them here, but again, I don't necessarily want to glue them down so that whoever gets this can use that photo wherever they want. So I'm going to paper clip it in. These paper clips are incredibly stiff. Like I can hardly bend it to get the pages in there. What is with these paper clips? The thing ain't going nowhere. Hold on, I don't like it's on her face. I don't like that. Get off of her face. Oh, yeah, it's just too tight. I'm not using that one. You're just too much for me. Let's go to this little teeniest little paper clip. Are you kidding me? It's just teeny tiny. Those little ones are tight, man, but they're on there. We want to know, Teresa, where you got your those of you that have 1950s yearbooks, where did you find them? Did you go to an estate sale, rummage shop, like a thrift shop? Were they in your family? You just happen to have them? Do tell. We want to know. What's in here? Let's find some other. This book is not very big, so I'm looking for smaller rather than bigger things to put in here. Oh, look at her teddy bear. Precious girl, you can go in there. Yes, and maybe I have these tiny little embellishments. Sometimes I can find a pretty little flower. Maybe oh, there's a mushroom. Let's do a mushroom. Again, green. It's got a green theme. The little mushroom, the little girl. I'm actually, let's see, Gracie, how do we want to do this? If I clip them on, somebody can use them at a later date. I've been a big fan of this recently. Now, I clipped those two on there. I didn't want to glue them together. Clipped it on there, and then see how this has that little space right there? I'm going to tie in a little piece of fabric just so it's like kind of hanging, dangling out from our book. So let me find a little itty bitty. You guys, I'm rotten this way. Look, I saved them, these little itty bitty strips, because they're perfect for this. You never know when you need a little itty bitty strip of something. I wouldn't mind finding one that's a little less dark than that one. Pink would be nice, but I don't know that I have a pink one. That one's not so dark. Let me see. We're going to keep looking in the stash. Let's see if I have a pink one. I have a white satin. I don't see any pink. I mean, you could just use a white satin or a pink satin ribbon, but you know me, I'm going to use leftovers. You know, I like to use stuff that would have otherwise been thrown out. It's true junk journaling. Rather than going to a new spool and cutting off a spool of ribbon, I like using a sliver of something that would have probably gotten thrown out otherwise. That's the challenge with the junk journaling. Okay, so let's tie this on here. And it's a little big on this side, so I'm going to cut it down. Come on, get down. So now it just adds a little bit of something extra there. You could put a few beads on there, do whatever your little heart and head comes up with. Just makes it fun. I love rusted up some jingle bells. I need to put some small lace to hang them. Oh, Christina, that's awesome. I'm having all the pictures of my friends for myself. What seller do you sell for the micro crackle I bought from you? Micro crackle I bought. When did you buy micro crack? I mean, like crackling? What sealer do you sell for the micro crackle? I have varnish and glue in both on the Shopify site and here on Whatnot. So, you could use really any spray or any brush on, really, I think. It just depends on like what kind of sheen are you going for? How thick do you want it? What is it on? Is it on paper? Are you trying to seal wood? Like all those questions. Feel free to, Cheryl, message me and give me some more details of what you're trying to top coat. And I'll give you some, what I think I would use. My Nana went to assisted living and they were hers. She's talking about the yearbooks. She graduated in 57. How awesome. I have no idea. If my parents ever had yearbooks, I have no idea where they went. No idea. They would have graduated in the 50s too. My dad was born in 27. What year would he have graduated from high school? Yeah, like around 50. My parents got married in the early 50s, like right after high school. So, well, not my dad wasn't right after high school. Must have been late 50s because my dad wasn't right out of high school, but I think my mom was pretty much a very young lady when she married my dad. Oh, sweet, right? All right, I think I'm liking what I got. I might want to do something else with this really plain page here. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll just take, this is actually, it's the same as the cover. So take remnants of fabric and just glue them down. Okay, that's not even something I mean, it literally is like what's left. It's like a piece of what's left from making this cover or something else. And sometimes I'll just glue them down. It's not serving a purpose other than to bring some color to the page and visual interest to the page. So what if I combined these two? Yeah, I like this right here. This is what I'm going to do. And I don't want to overwhelm. So I have this, like, I bought this from somebody probably on Whatnot. They had bits of fabric that they were selling, So I'm going to glue this down first, and then I'm going to juxtapose it with what's on the cover. So we got a light green plaid, and then the flowers that are on the cover. It's just going to add a little bit of something to this page. Nothing fancy. We're not getting all fancy pantsy here. We're just adding a little color, so it's not just a plain white. Little beads of glue. I don't mind. In fact, I actually kind of prefer when my fabrics are kind of jumping off the page a little bit, meaning all of these, I love to rip. Way. Brush your teeth quick or see what they want you to do. He's missing a dental appointment. Okay, so this, geez, these kids, it's so funny. They're 18 and 20, and they like, especially my 20-year-old gets really worked up if I check in on him. Like, did you make that doctor's appointment? Did you do that? Did you call the bank? He's like, Mom, I got it. The other one's missing his dentist appointment. He's supposed to have his teeth cleaned today. And the dentist office called me because, traditionally as their mom, I'm the one making the appointments. Well, now they're 18 and 20. They should start handling some of this stuff. He's like, oh yeah, my bad. You better call them back right away. Look at how sweet. So I made this actually, so this is kind of a little pocket. Their feet can fit in there. Actually, let's put these girls in here. They've got a couple little things that need to be poked out. I hope he's calling them immediately. Oh, it's so rude to miss an appointment. Okay, so these sweet girls, I made that so that I could tuck something in there. It's just like glued on the edges. So their little feet are actually going to fit in there perfectly. And then I have these sweet little swatches of fabric right behind them. So they're black and white, but then you have this pink and green pretty colors behind them. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love it. All right, let me cut this down to size. I gotta go see if this kid's gonna he needs to call them back. I'm just putting a bow in this so that, I don't know why, just because it's cute. I think I actually like it hanging low better, but right now this is what we got. I'm gonna do a quick flip through. Gannon, did you call them? What did they say? So you have to reschedule? Yeah. Oh my gosh. This has happened a few times with you guys. Did you reschedule?
No, she just said, I'll put you on the cancellation list for the next week and then
Okay.
cancel it.
Bummer. All right.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
I didn't even have it on my.
I texted it to you last week, but maybe you missed it. The confirmation.
I didn't know I had an appointment.
Okay. We're doing a flip through. Oh my God, I love this page so much. So simple, you guys. So simple, but I love it so much. All right, this is what we got so far. Really cute, simple little book. These little books, sometimes we make books and it takes us months and months and months to make them and fill them because they're so big and complicated. Sometimes it just feels good to do something really simple that takes a little bit of time. I'm gonna try to find something to put in here. Like I have lots of these little packs. Oh, hot flash coming. I think it's because I got worked up about the appointment. Yeah, I know, Vicki. That's true. I don't blame them. He was going to get his teeth cleaned. Is where he was going. I just am. It's embarrassing when you miss an appointment. Like you should call and say, "Hey, I can't make it." And I'm trying to give these kids the leeway to be a grown up and take care of this stuff. A little bit of growing pains, I think. All right, so now this is just, a purchased pack of more ephemera type stuff. So I'm gonna find something. Oh, there's like a really pretty purple. It's like some type of ticket, but it's really kind of pretty. So I'll show you. I'm gonna put like a little conglomeration of stuff in here. I'll try to find some pretty things to put. This is a vellum, and it's kind of got similar colors as on this little plate. So let's put that down. And then I don't want blue. Let's stick to pinks and greens and purples. Here's another purple. Istanbul omnibus ticket. but it's purple. That's what I care about. Let's get you in here for a minute. I don't want to overload it because then it's just going to be, you won't be able to see any of it. But let's come up with a good combination of stick-outedness. Like that. Like a pinkish purple, 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 green vellum, and then this awesome cardstock plate, which with my forks and knives is really cute. Should we stick one person in there maybe? Maybe one of the, these are solos. One of the peeps. See how she looks sitting in here. She's a little too big. I need someone a little smaller, please, a little smaller. Oh, this little boy with his dog. Yep, because they're really, I'll show you, it's super cute. Oh, now I push this one too far down. I mean, this will fit. If I push it, it'll fit all the way down, but I don't want it all the way down. I want it kind of poking up so I can see the purple, right? And when you have enough stuff in here, usually the thickness will allow you. So it doesn't like just all slide down to the bottom. Look at his little dog. You can see both of them if we put them right there. Like that. That's what we got so far. Looking good. I love my little peach lace. Isn't that so cute, Vicki? I started making smaller books, Sharon says, and then I use them for giving packages I get. Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah, I have a few smaller little books. I did these. We did, I started these during open crafting. Once a month in my membership group, we do open crafting Zoom calls. So it's a Zoom call, everybody jumps up. I'm not teaching anything. It's not a project. We just all bring whatever we're working on. It's like a little mini retreat. We do it once a month. I do, it's called Open Crafting with a Door Prize. So I'll give a door prize to someone. I'll randomly pull a name of somebody who's there. So I worked on these during that, these tiny little books. They're cute. Cute, cute, cute. So now I have this one. I don't know. I'm debating on the covers on these, but these are little, all three of them. I'm gonna sit right here. I have another couple of covers over here that I had started. You know, I have some covers that are started, but I haven't quite got the books together yet. So I got this one. This one I had already pulled signature pages, but this is another one. That one's bigger. Oh, I don't know what you're doing there, little envelope. I'll find a home for you, not there. Oh, and then I have this one. Look at this one. Really pretty. It does have the batting on the inside, so it's kind of squishy on the outside. But that one's going to be amazing. So this was from this paper pack. I think that's why I kept that with that. So I could use that page in there somehow. You like me, you might have like books that are in all different stages, right? Like we're in all different stages. I have this little piece of scrap paper that didn't get used. What are you doing, Gracie? This is not your paper pack. I'm gonna slip it in one of these pockets somewhere because I don't want it to just go to waste. Stick it in there. Just stick it in there. Somebody will use it someday. All right, girls, girly girls. I'm gonna go try to manage my children. I got so much to do. I'm gonna see if Royal Caribbean got back to me on our Nassau tour, and I will let you girls know who are cruising with me in the private cruise group. When I have that information, I will update you there. Thanks. The cover with the orange is so pretty. Thank you. I do too. I do too. The circular pieces, I do too. I love them too. Copper Rose Collective. I like your name. Thanks for being here, you guys. All right. Please bookmark my shows. Let's rate into somebody to support somebody else. So don't leave just yet. Be a love. Be a kind, generous love, and stay here for a minute. We're gonna bookmark shows if you don't mind. Go to click on my name, go to the shows, bookmark my auctions and shows. I would really appreciate your company again. Love to meet people. We're gonna rate into somebody, and when we do, please leave a row of chicks. This is my emoji because we're the Crafty Chicks Club. That's the emoji I use. We'll use that together when we jump into somebody else's show just to kind of show like, oh, we all came over from the Comfy Nest of Grace. Stay for 5 minutes if you can. This is how you can support a seller without buying anything. Stay for 5 minutes if you can, because it helps their algorithm. Double tap the screen. You can try it now and float. Hearts will float on the screen. That helps their algorithm. Comment. Even if you're commenting with emojis like laugh emoji or care emoji or heart emoji or wow, that's gorgeous. Whoa, that's pretty. You don't have to be buying, but just by commenting and talking to them, you're supporting them because it shows that there's activity and people are digging what's going on in that show, and it'll draw more people in. That's just how it works. You can also tip them. If you click on their profile name, there's a place in there somewhere to tip. So you can tip them without buying something and paying shipping. So all those things, do it, do it. Let's find somebody to, oh, let's find somebody to raid. I almost ended the show. That would have been bad. Create a raid. Let's support somebody. Let's go find somebody. Let's see. Who are my friends who? The Polished Picker is live, and a friend of mine here on um, Whatnot. So let's raid into the Polished Picker. Let's do it. Doing Metal Madness, brass, copper, pewter quilts, and a vintage variety. I'm there. Let's do it. Love you all. God bless you. Hearts to you.